Hey everybody, Mark here from GamebustersUK. Last time we took down Zevran, the assassin, and we recruited him. Now we're going to carry on our way to Redcliffe, where Alistair will have a little bit of dialogue if he's in your party. So highly recommend that you bring him along for the plot sort of development. So here's Redcliffe. Hopefully we can find some allies here.
Look, can we talk for a moment? I need to tell you something. I should probably have told you earlier.
What's on your mind?
Well, let's see. How do I tell you this? We're almost at Redcliffe. Did I say how I know Al Eamon exactly?
I think you said he raised you.
I'm a bastard. My mother was a serving girl at Redcliffe Castle, and she died when I was born. Al Eamon took me in and raised me before I was sent to the Chantry. The reason he did that was because, well, because my father was King Marek, which made Kaelin my half-brother, I suppose.
So, Alistair is royalty, apparently, so he's actually the heir to the throne. So I'm just going to say, doesn't that make you the heir to the throne?
Maker's breath, I hope not. I don't think so. You don't think so, do you? I'm a bastard. And nobody even knows about me. I would have told you, but it never really meant anything to me. I was inconvenient, a possible threat to Kaelin's rule, and so they kept me secret. I'd never talked about it to anyone. Everyone who knew either resented me for it or they coddled me. Even Duncan kept me out of the fighting because of it. I didn't want you to know as long as possible. I'm sorry.
I think I understand.
Oh, good. I'm glad. It's not like I got special treatment for it anyhow. Al Eamon eventually married a young woman from Orlais, despite all the problems it caused with the king so soon after the war. He loved her a great deal. Anyway, the new Arlessa resented the rumors which pegged me as the Arl's bastard. They weren't true, but of course they existed. The Arl didn't care, but she did. So off I was packed to the nearest monastery at age 10. Just as well. The Arlessa made sure the castle wasn't a home to me by that point. She despised me.
What an awful thing to do to a child.
Maybe. She felt threatened by my presence. I can see that now. I can't say I blame her. She wondered if the rumors were true herself, I bet. I remember I had an amulet with Andraste's holy symbol on it. The only thing I had of my mother's. I was so furious at being sent away, I tore it off and threw it at the wall. And it shattered. Stupid, stupid thing to do. The Owl came by the monastery a few times to see how I was, but I was stubborn. I hated it there and blamed him for everything. And eventually, he just stopped coming.
You were young.
And raised by dogs. Or I may as well have been the way I acted. But maybe all young bastards act like that, I don't know. All I know is that the Arl is a good man and well-loved by the people. He also was King Kaelin's uncle, so he has a personal motivation to see Loghain pay for what he did. So there you have it. Now can we move on? And I'll just pretend you still think I'm some nobody who was too lucky to die with the rest of the Great Wardens.
As you command, my prince.
Oh, lovely. I'm going to regret this. Somehow I just know it.
So, there we have it, an interesting plot development. It seems that Alistair is the product of the king before Kaelin, which is King Marek. He's the product of a little, how's your father, the king head with the maid. And Alistair is a royal bastard, so technically he is the heir to the throne right now, although with Loghain as regent and Loghain's stance on the Grey Wardens, it's probably going to be a bit difficult to try and support Alistair's claim to the throne. And in any case, Alistair is extremely reluctant to even talk about his royal heritage. So anyway, This is Redcliffe, a nice little village by all accounts. We're here to secure the alliance of basically the humans in the game. So we've already got the mages and the elves supporting our army against the Darkspawn. Now we're going to try and find the support of the humans. Al Eamon is basically the ruling person in charge of Redcliffe. He has good connections with Alistair. Alistair was raised by him, so hopefully here we can find some friends in here who will help us, take the fight to Loghain, get Loghain off the throne, and focus on the threat that really matters, which is the Darkspawn. So we're just going to totter off over here, see what this guy has to say. Hello, Thomas.
I thought I saw travelers coming down the road, though I scarcely believed it. Have you come to help us?
Oh dear. What do you mean? Is there a problem?
So you don't know? Has nobody out there heard?
There's a civil war going on, if you haven't noticed.
We heard news about the king and all the fighting. That was before everything started here. We're under attack. Monsters come out of the castle every night and attack us until dawn. Everyone's been fighting and dying.
Apparently everyone seems to agree that a blight is the perfect time to start killing each other. Marvelous, really.
We've no army to defend us. No Arl and no king to send us help. So many are dead. And those left are terrified they're next.
Hold on, what is this evil that's attacking you?
I don't rightly know. I'm sorry, nobody does. I should take you to Ban Tegan. He's all that's holding us together. He'll want to see you.
Ban Tegan, Al Eamon's brother. He's here.
Yes. It's not far, if you'll come with me.
Nothing's ever easy, is it, when you're questing? Apparently Redcliffe is under attack by some evil. So we're going to meet with Ban Tegan, who is the Arl's brother. And obviously we're going to have to help.
It's Thomas, yes? And who are these people with you? They are obviously not simple travelers.
No, my lord. They just arrived, and I thought you would want to see them.
Well done, Thomas. Greetings, friends. My name is Tegan, Ban of Rainersphere, brother to the Arl.
I remember you, Ban Tegan, though the last time we met, I was a lot younger and covered in mud.
Covered in mud? Alistair? It is you, isn't it? You're alive! This is wonderful news.
Still alive, yes, though I'm just as surprised about that as you are, believe me.
Indeed. Loghain would have us believe all Grey Wardens died along with my nephew, amongst other things.
Your nephew?
I refer to Cailan, of course. Our sister was Queen Rowan, King Merrick's wife and Cailan's mother. Make her rest her soul.
So, you are a Grey Warden as well? Is it possible we've met? You seem very familiar.
I am Bob, the magical hobo. Yes, human noble, so we have an extra bit of dialogue here. You may have known my father, Tan Kuzland.
Ah, yes, that's it, exactly. A pleasure to meet you indeed, though I wish it were under better circumstances. You're here to see my brother? Unfortunately, that might be a problem. Eamon is gravely ill. No one has heard from the castle in days. No guards patrol the walls, and no one has responded to my shouts. The attack started a few nights ago. Evil things surged from the castle. We drove them back, but many perished during the assault.
Well, I can help you drive them back.
How pointless to help these villagers fight an impossible battle. One would think we had enough to contend with elsewhere.
Thank you. Thank you. This means more to me than you can guess. Thomas, please tell Murdoch what transpired. Then return to your post.
Yes, my lord.
Now then, there is much to do before night falls. I put 2 men in charge of the defense outside. Murdoch, the village mayor, is outside the chantry. Sir Perth, one of Eamon's knights, is just up the cliff at the windmill, watching the castle. You may discuss with them the preparations for the coming battle.
I am on my way.
Very well. Luck be with you, my friend.
Well, Morgan disapproves, but Alistair and Wynne approve. Seems the right thing to do to help the villagers out. I think you have to do it anyway. I don't think you can be a well, possibly you can just walk out of Redcliffe and leave them to their own devices. Although, to be frank, I want to slay some monsters and get some XP. So, just gonna read it. Just checking all the books for the nice little 50 XP you get from reading books. I think I've read everything. Actually, I'm gonna talk to this girl here. I normally don't do side quests, but this one has a good reward.
Hope everything will be all right. Sorry, am I bothering you? I'll try to be more
Are you
quiet.
alright? Why are you crying? Why are you crying?
Those things dragged my mother away. I don't know what happened to her, but I hear her screaming all the time, everywhere. And now my brother Bevan, he ran off. I don't know where he is. I'm so scared they got him too.
Don't worry, I'll look for him.
You will? Thank you so much. Please find him.
Just your neighborhood goody-goody. Helping out every Tom, Dick and Harry that asks me for help. Because that's how I roll. Yes, I apologise. Well, it is 12 minutes into the video. You've probably worked out there's going to be a lot of dialogue in this video. Not too much action. Hopefully in the next video there will be action, because you know we're gonna help these villagers muster their defences against whatever evil is attacking them. But for now, we're just gonna have to talk to a few people to try and sort of learn what the situation is and how we can improve our defences. You see the militiamen firing arrows, they're training. You know, they're just villagers basically. So we need to help these poor people. You know, look at us, team of ultimate badasses. So you know, we gotta help these people out. Here's Murdoch anyway. Let's ask him what's up.
Tell them to main. So you're the Grey Warden, are you? I heard they all died.
You have a very gruff voice. I'm not here to chat. What can I do to help?
We need what little armor and weapons we got repaired, and quickly, or half of us will be fighting without either. Owen's the only blacksmith who can do it, but the stubborn fool refuses to even talk. If we're to be ready for tonight, we'll need that crotchety bastard's help.
I'll see what I can do.
I'd appreciate it. If he doesn't help, he'll die like the rest of us. What good will that do anyone then?
Right, so Murdoch. No, not Murdoch. Owen is the blacksmith, but he's locked himself in his blacksmithy, and he's refusing to repair anyone's weapons. So, okay, we're gonna have to sort him out. But we'll do that. We'll do that in the next part. For now, we're just gonna go and locate Sir Perth, who is up here. Sir Perth is an actual, you know, proper knight, so, you know, he's...
Do you think the tower is ever going to get back to what it was when...
I don't know. A great number
Wynne and Alistair having a little chat. I think that bridge there, whenever you cross it, it sort of activates party banter, so whatever members are in your party, they'll always have a little conversation when you pass that point. Anyway, this dude in the armour is Sir Perth.
if I survived this blight. I'm a very...
Greetings, Grey Warden. I am as relieved as Ban Tegan is to see you here. I must admit that I do not quite know how to address you. Is my lord sufficient?
That would be proper. I am a Turn's son.
Very well then, my lord. I am humbly at your service. I am Sir Perth, until recently in direct service of Arl Eamon of Redcliffe. For now my charge is defending the village from these evil assaults. Would that I had chosen not to seek out the urn of sacred ashes. Perhaps I would have fended off whatever evil befell the castle, or perhaps I would be dead. Ah well, with the Grey Warden aiding our defense, perhaps all is not
Now
lost.
you may have heard him mention the Urn of Sacred Ashes. That's something we're going to be questing for later on. But you can chase him up about it. But I'm just going to stay on track at the moment. Is there anything I can do to help?
We have sufficient armor and weapons, but my knights are too few to stand against the monsters without assistance. Perhaps you could approach Mother Hannah in the Chantry for some holy protection against these evil creatures. Otherwise, I do not know what else you could provide beyond your own talents. We're as prepared for the onslaught as we could possibly be, all things considered.
I'll see what I can do.
That gladdens my heart to hear it.
Carry on.
As you wish, my lord. May God watch over you.
Right, so the handful of knights that are you know, the proper fighting force in Redcliffe, they want holy protection, so they want some kind of blessing from the revered mother inside the Chantry. And I think there is another thing we can do if we speak to Murdoch again. I should have probably asked him about it the first time I spoke to him.
Have you spoken to Owen? Is he not the most stubborn fool you've ever met?
Is there anything else I can do?
We could use some extra bodies. Having a veteran like Dwin in the militia would help a lot, but he flat out refuses.
Okay, tell me about Dwin.
He's a trader, a dwarf, lives near the lake. Locked himself up in his home with some of his workers, he has. Says he doesn't need any of us. We could use somebody with his fighting experience, but he won't come out.
Right, so then carry on then.
Right. Let's hope we see more.
Don't worry about it, you will. You got Bob. You got Bob the Magical Templar Hobo. And my crew of ultimate badasses. So, we pretty much have our objectives. Get the blacksmith to come out of his house and start repairing armor. Get holy protection for the knights, and convince this dwarf Dwen to actually help during the fight. So that's what we're going to be doing in the next video. It's going to be a bit more lively in the next video. Promise you that. Thanks very much for watching. Leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe if you want to see the remainder of this playthrough.